Hello students, welcome to today's class. In the last class we discussed about resonance. Today also we continue with that same topic. So what is resonance? Resonance is a phenomenon which takes place when the when the frequency of the external force applied is equal to the natural frequency of the body takes up the vibration and starts vibrating with a large amplitude. This phenomenon is called resonance. So the condition necessary for resonance is natural frequency of the body must be equal to the frequency of the external force applied. Now we see an experiment which is demonstrating resonance in air column. So you can see two cylindrical pipe tubes A and B. A and B are two cylindrical tubes fitted on the stand. These tubes A and B can be moved up and down, and these two bottom of these two cylindrical tubes are connected with a rubber tube. They are connected each other with a rubber tube, and water is put inside it. When we move B up and down, the water column, the height of the water column in tube A also changes, and the height of air column above the water column in tube A also changes. And a vibrating tuning fork is kept at the mouth of the tube A. So this is the experimental setup. So first we adjust this water column to a first we make a certain height of the air column above the water column in the tube A, and we keep a vibrating tuning fork at the mouth of the tube A. Then due to the forced vibration produced in the air column, a sound is produced. Now by moving the tube B, we change the height of the water column in tube A. We increase the height of the air column of tube A. So when the height of the air column is less, that time the frequency will be more. And so we increase the height of the air column by moving the tube B. So we change the height of the air column. For changing the height of the air column of tube A, we will move the tube B up and down. So now suppose that we increase the height of the air column, and so changing the height of the air column at a certain stage, we can hear a louder sound. That time what is happening? The height of the frequency of the air column, matches with the frequency of the tuning fork. Suppose the tuning fork's frequency is 400 Hz, and the frequency of the air column also becomes 400 Hz. So that both are matching. Then that time resonance takes place and the air particles vibrate with a larger amplitude and a louder sound is produced. So this is an experiment demonstrating resonance in air column. Now we see some examples of resonance. Suppose that a bus is moving at a certain speed, and suppose that when a bus is moving at a certain speed, the rear view mirror attached to the bus starts vibrating violently. What is the reason, and how can we stop it? So here, when the bus is moving at a certain speed, the rear view mirror start vibrating violently at a certain speed. The reason is that the mirror has got a natural frequency. And when the bus is moving at a particular speed, the frequency of the engine matches with the natural frequency of the mirror. Then the mirror takes up the vibration and starts vibrating with a larger amplitude, means the resonance takes place. So it can be stopped by changing the speed of the vehicle. So it can be stopped by changing the speed of the vehicle. Seeing some more examples of resonance. So we are getting many channels in our television. So different TV stations are sending signals with different frequencies. And with the help of a remote, we can change the frequency of our television. And when we change the frequency of the television, and when the frequency of the television matches with the frequency of a particular station due to resonance, then we will get that particular station. So here also, due to resonance, we get a particular station. So all the TV channels are sending signals with different frequencies. No two channels are sending signals with the same frequency. So this is an example of resonance. Then when soldiers are marching on a bridge, so they are not advised to march on the bridge. The reason is that bridge has got a natural frequency, and if the frequency of their steps, external force applied, if it becomes equal to the natural frequency of the bridge, then it takes up the vibration and starts vibrating with a larger amplitude. So resonance can take place. To avoid it, and in that case the bridge can collapse. To avoid it, the soldiers are advised not to march on the bridge. Now we see the characteristics of sound. There are three characteristics of sound, that are loudness, pitch and quality. Loudness, pitch and quality. First we see what is loudness. Loudness is a characteristics of sound by which we can distinguish a loud sound from a less sound, from a faint sound. Both are having same pitch and quality. So loudness is a characteristic which distinguish a loud sound from a faint sound. Both have same pitch and quality. So on what factors loudness depends? So one is amplitude of the wave. Amplitude. So loudness is directly proportional to square of amplitude. Loudness is directly proportional to square of amplitude. So here I have drawn two waves. So these are two waves. This wave with the less amplitude, that is named as A, and the wave with more amplitude, that is named as B. So A and B are two waves. We have to compare their loudness. So loudness of A upon loudness of B, which is equal to amplitude, square of amplitude of A. Square of amplitude of A is 1 square upon square of amplitude of B is 2 square. So which is equal to 1 by 4. Loudness of A ratio, loudness of B is equal to 1 ratio 4. So loudness is directly proportional to the square of the amplitude. This is one of the factors. Then Another factor. Loudness is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between the source and the listener. Suppose that this is source and this is one listener. Suppose that the distance between this is source of sound, and this is listener, and this distance suppose at 20 centimeter, and another one is standing at a distance of 100 centimeter. Then who will hear the sound with more loudness? This one will hear the sound with more loudness. The loudness is inversely proportional to the distance. Greater the distance of the receiver from the source, less is the loudness. So this is another factor. Now the next factor is surface area. Surface area of the vibrating body. Suppose that there are two drums. So one drum is of smaller surface area and another one is of larger surface area. Then making both the striking on the membrane of both the drums by hitting with a rigid object, then which will produce more louder sound. This the drum with a more surface area, that will make more louder sound. So we can say that loudness is directly proportional to the surface area. Greater the surface area, greater is the loudness. Then another factor is density of the medium. So these are the factors affecting the loudness produced by an object. So these are the factors affecting the loudness of sound produced by a source or by an object. Now, what is the difference between loudness and intensity? Loudness is a subjective property. Loudness is a subjective. It is not measurable. Suppose that I feel one sound as louder, but you may not feel that sound as louder. So it is subjective. It depends on person to person. But intensity is objective. It can be measured. So intensity means it is the amount of energy, sound energy. Intensity is the amount of sound energy passing on unit area in unit time. The amount of energy passing through a unit surface area in a unit time. So energy upon area into time. So what is SI unit of energy? Joule. The SI unit of area is meter square and time is a second. The joule per second is called watt. Joule per second, that is a watt. Watt upon meter square. This is a unit of watt per unit. Watt per meter square. Watt per meter square is the unit of intensity. So intensity is measurable quantity, but loudness is not a measurable quantity. And definition of intensity and loudness I have already told you. These are the difference between loudness and intensity. Now the next characteristic is pitch. So pitch is a characteristic of sound which distinguish a shriller note from a less shriller note. So this one, so on what factor this pitch depends? So pitch depends upon frequency. So greater the frequency or less the wavelength, more is the greater the frequency, more is the pitch or shrillness. So if you listen a female sound and a male sound, so female sound is having more pitch, more shrillness than a male sound, because its frequency is more. The greater the frequency, greater is the pitch. Pitch is directly proportional to frequency. So, pitch is the characteristic of sound which distinguish a shriller note from a flat note, both having same loudness. So, pitch depends upon frequency. Greater the frequency, greater is the pitch. So here I have drawn two waves. So this one, this is wave A. So this one is a wave A, and this one is wave B. So you can see two waves, A and B. And what is the specialty? Both the waves A and B have same amplitude. Both the waves A and B have same amplitude. So loudness is same for both the waves A and B. And what about the shrillness or pitch? So you can see, so this wave A has a more frequency. A has more frequency because the wavelength of A is less than that of B. So from this relation we can understand this one. V is equal to F lambda, so frequency is equal to velocity upon wavelength. So the wave A has a less wavelength. So frequency of wave A is more than B. The frequency of A is more than the frequency of B. So what about then pitch? So pitch of A is more than pitch of B. Why? Because the frequency of wave A is more than frequency of B. So the note A is shriller than note B. Now we see some examples showing shrillness or pitch. Suppose that we keep a utensil under a tap. So this is a tap. Under the tap we keep a utensil. The water flows to this utensil, and when you listen the sound of water, you can listen some changes in the pitch. So when more and more water comes to the pitcher, then the amount of air column decreases. When the air column is more, that time the sound is different. When the amount of air column, when the water column increases, then height of air column decreases. When the height of air column decreases, the frequency of particles of air increases and the pitch or shrillness increases. The pitch or shrillness can be changed by changing the height of the air column. Less is the height of the air column, more is the frequency and more is the shrillness. And this is the reason the flute is provided with a number of holes. This is also to change the height of air column, so as to produce sound with a different shrillness. The next one is quality. Quality is a characteristic. Quality is a characteristic which distinguish two sound waves. Of same loudness and same pitch. So there are two sound waves. Both the sound waves have same loudness and same pitch, but we can identify them. So that property is called quality. That property is quality. So quality depends upon the waveform. Quality depends upon the waveform. Here I have drawn three waves, A, B and C. If you look, you can see that A, B and C, these three waves, A, B and C, all the three waves have same amplitude. Same amplitude is there. All these three waves have same amplitude. Since the amplitude is same, their loudness is also same. And you see the wavelength. The wavelength is also same. Wavelength is same, means frequency is same. Frequency is same. So shrillness is also same. But look at the waveform. 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 So the shape of this wave is different. The quality depends upon the waveform. Since their waveform is different, they have a different quality. So quality depends upon the waveform. Quality depends upon the waveform. See, even though all these waves have same loudness and same pitch, their quality is different because the waveform is different. For example, suppose that by using a guitar and a tabla, we can produce sound of same loudness and same pitch. But we can identify which is the sound of a guitar and which one is the sound of tabla, because their quality is different. The quality depends upon the waveform. Now the last topic is music and noise. Music and noise. What is music? Music is a pleasant sound, very pleasing sound. Pleasant and continuous sound. Pleasant and continuous sound. Produced by regular and periodic vibration. That is music. And what about noise? Noise is unpleasant, discontinuous sound produced by irregular and non-periodic vibration. So it is not good to hear noise. So this is the difference between music and noise. So today we have sound and on what factors they depend and the difference between music and noise. So next class we will discuss a new topic.